Hey guys, it's Sharahawk14 here, and today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite spots to hunt Tibia now. I'm getting to a point, I'm at level 200 now, I'm getting to a point where I'm going to be moving beyond this spot, but I thought I'd go over what to expect if you are going to hunt in this spot in the future. So far I've killed 9.7k Medusas and 12k Serpent Spawns. This is the loot for that, and obviously the loot for Medusas. For each hunt, I would expect roughly 150 to 300k loot. My hunts last anywhere from 1 hour. I would say it's usually longer than 1 hour. Like at 100% stamina, I'm usually getting it's normally around 800 to 900k, but with the summon now, it's about 900k to 1k when the summon is out, but then it drops back down to that. It drops back down normally when the summon's not out. And I'm not using One of Darkness right now just because I'm using this thing here instead of a Yalahari mask, and I'm using this here with Intricate Void. So I go through more potions. I would expect for waste, I would expect to actually profit usually. This is only waste because I was using stuff after the hunt as well. But when I first started off, it was a lot more waste. For the amount of kills and stuff like this, 151 Medusa, 193. It wasn't like this at the start. I would say at the start, I would expect, like if you're starting like 120, like level 120 or level 130, I would expect 111 Medusa kills and like 140 Serpent Spawn kills or something like that, or 150 Serpent Spawn kills. This is only up because I can hunt longer now. So this is the loot. I would say this loot's pretty, like it's pretty bad, honestly. Like, well, no, it's not bad, but this is, with like the amount of time I've hunted here, it would normally be over. I expect like 300 or 400k or something loot, but this is the loot. So we got 16 great mana potions, 1 Terra leg, 6 Terra amulets, 26 small sapphires, 20 small emeralds, 357 platinums, 5 life rings. I normally just use life rings, so I'm gonna take one of those, and you'll just keep. You can just, it's just infinite loot. You never run out. Life ring 2 times, life crystal, warrior helmet, knight armor, Medusa shield, green mushroom, blah blah blah, mercenary sword, noble axe, ultimate health potions. This is actually pretty good. I don't normally loot a swamp. It's not worth that much for this. I don't normally loot swamp armor set too often, so that was pretty cool, I guess. Spell book, that's pretty rare too. That's not every hunt loot either. Sacred tree, that happens almost every hunt. 26 Nate skins and Medusa hairs, 12 Medusa hairs. So it estimates that the loot, I guess, from NPC price. I normally sell it to Rashad, or I don't have the green Digen. I have blue Digen, so I can't sell the knight armors and stuff like that. But I can sell the Medusa shields, the mercenary swords, and I don't think I really sold these to him. I'm saving those for a rainy day, I suppose, but saving that. So it's normally break even or profit, I'd say. And so in one, I think I hunted for like 1 hour and 20 minutes, maybe 1 hour 30 minutes, maybe slightly less than that, but I've been sitting here for a little while. Also, we're wasting that. I've been hunting here for a little while. I've been sitting here for a little while, and that's what to expect, I'd say. So I know that when I record, my hunts normally go even worse. Not just because you have somebody watching, that's not what affects, I don't think. It's just because my FPS drops down to like half of what it normally is, and my ping is normally more likely to be pretty high. So I wanted to try, since I'm really getting, like, I was thinking of doing like one more, oh yeah, I guess I should show boss points too. So I have 17 boss points right now. I was thinking of doing just one more task before I moved on to something else. 151 of those, and let's see, Serpent Spawn. Oh yeah, I have started the demon task, by the way, 12 out of 66. That's actually what I was gonna be doing a lot of after I'm finished doing that. But I'm thinking of taking a short break just because my stamina is pretty low, and might as well. And the double XP is coming up too, so I'm thinking of doing the demon task or trading fisting or whatever during double XP. So I was thinking of doing one of that. So I wanted to try, before I get off today, I wanted to try doing one hunt, and so I guess I could show you that. So I can show my process for what I do. So this is how I deposit loot. Normally, I normally just already have a thing ready to go. I talk to my NPC. I would pick up almost everything. You don't have to pick up every single thing. Like if they drop like 1 platinum, you don't have to pick it. Oh wait, deposits. Oh, but the platinums really add up over time. Like you see, I was 35k. If I didn't pick up any plats, this would have been waste by like 35k right there. So it makes a pretty big difference over time. Well, even just 100 makes a pretty big difference. Would you rather have 30 extra k or not, essentially? So then I normally go here. So the way I loot stuff and sell stuff is pretty simple. I normally just buy a parcel. Then I switch this to, well, I didn't want to do that, but okay. I guess I don't have to do the other thing now. You can move this up. Then you can go doom, move this here. Then I do manage loot containers. I set that to the new parcel. Go here, not there. Go here, move up. Then I move these here. 2 shopping bags in a parcel is always enough. You'll never go over that unless you pick up golden mugs. Then you can. It's only happened a few times. You rarely ever will go over like 48 slots from a hunt like this. Alright, so after that, we got that there. Then our loot bag is all set up and ready to go. Then I just leave it like this, essentially. And now we want to get the potions. I believe I have, I don't know, maybe, yeah. 77 potions isn't quite, I like to have 80, but I'm going to go 85 just because I'll be talking and stuff. Oh wait, no, I want potions, what am I doing? So let's see, 8, no, oh yeah, that's another thing, you always want to make sure you disable this. So now we have 85, I'm going to put this in my bag area for, this is just for junk, essentially. Well, junk and other stuff. So now that we've got that, I'm going to stow, I guess, yeah, I'm going to go in and stow those. Sometimes I sell those just to recover some of the cost, but sometimes I just like to stow them. Let's see, we have everything we need. Ba-da-bum. No, we do not even close. So the next thing I would like to do before a hunt is go here, there, and refill my thing. I normally just buy these from Haran, I believe his name. That's what his name, how you pronounce his name. And because you save like 34k. If you buy from the market, you save like 34k over, if you buy like 200 at a time. I like to buy them in batches, so I normally just have like a whole bunch of these things filled up with them. You don't need 14. 14's a bit much. I would say get like 8. 8's normally enough, or 9, but I'm just going to carry 14 because I can. And now the only thing left is runes, and that will be it. Don't have a spot for runes in this area because I can just buy them from here. The reason why the waste is so big, by the way, is because, and it's normally, it used to be, I used to only bring 1.5 KSDs, and I did that for a very long time. So the waste was always 202k, and I also had like a Yalahari mass with intricate mana here, but I stopped doing that recently just because I didn't feel like it. I don't know. And that increases the potion use up. But 85 is still normally enough. Before I was using like 30 potions a hunt instead of 85, but with just one intricate mana on it, I'm using close to that. I'm using like 70 potions a hunt now or more. So let's make sure shopping bags off. then we just buy 100 of these. I did Pit Sub Inferno, I believe that's what it's called. POE. I did POI, I guess. I did that yesterday. So I bought early on, like way early on, like at level 100 or something. I bought soft boots and a backpack of holding. But now I actually finally got my own extras, and I have an extra for that. And I also did Third Dreams and got this and the cloak as well. So that's pretty cool. So we want about 1.7k of those. So I'm using this backpack of holding for my runes, essentially. And let's double check. We got the garlics, we got the potions, we got the SDs. We are good to go. So let us see how I perform on this hunt. I'm going to clear this out before we start so we can see how it's going and stuff. And we can see, I want to see if I profit this hunt. Nightlick, Spider Soak, Loot a Giant, 20, that's... Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought that was Old Widow. Yeah. Good. I thought he was showing the Old Widow loot, but it was just a giant spider. That's pretty good for a giant spider. What? I do wonder how I will do with the lower FPS. And just from the fact I'm recording, but I do want to see how well it goes. So, also, yeah, I got 2 soft boots now, because I got the one I bought and the one from the reward room. This guy here, he helped do the quest. It was awesome. I died today earlier at from a Winter Guard elf guy because I did an E-ring when I had 4 on me. It was a series of unfortunate events. So I imagine this video is just going to be a very, very long video where I talk about stuff that I've found interesting recently. I've not watched like a single episode of anime in like months. Well, no, I think I watched some Dr. Stone earlier, like a few months. I watched Dr. Stone when it came out, like the first few episodes at least. But I have not been keeping up on the anime world, I've not been keeping up on anime stories, because, I don't know. I feel like I really got into anime, I got into like Yu Yu Hakusho and all that stuff. I got into that really early on, like at a few years old. But also because I was introduced to it, and it was like a way to consume so many different stories. But now I'll watch an anime if I find something really interesting, but I really just don't have time to be. I guess I've been putting a lot of time into it. I do not have time now. Just be consuming so many stories from anime. But I have been reading a lot of cultivation novels recently, and that's just something I've been doing for years. But I'm starting to get back into it, and there is this one novel I will be talking about probably for the rest of this time. I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about it to talk about it that long. But it's called. Well, I guess let's go ahead and get started. I'll talk about it as I hunt, but let's go. So we're going to want to start this. I'm going to go ahead and use this and go. I'll go do that as well. And that's. Oh yeah, this feels horrible. But we shall see how we profit and stuff. does not feel great. You can probably tell it's not running so smooth. But Tibia isn't necessarily a game where you need to be running super smooth all the time. Ping's not too bad either, 254. It's better than I expected to have. So the strategy here, you're mainly just SD and stuff all the time. I do have intricate critical as well, which is pretty good. The summon boosts his damage quite a bit. I have the flame charm as well. I forgot to mention that. I have inflame on Medusa, so that's pretty good too. This will probably be my last task that I do here, because other than I'm probably gonna go to the Medusa Tower if I do this next. But I want to focus on the demon task after this. After I do this last task, it's like a goodbye to, because I've hunted here for like 80 hours or something. So it's a goodbye to a old, probably my favorite spawn in the game now. We shall see. Maybe I'll probably find a new one that I'll end up killing like 30k mobs or something on. But for now, this is my most favorite hunting spot in the game, just because of the waste and the profit and stuff. Now you may think, oh, I'm wasted right now, but I'll bet you 1 penny that I profit at the end of this hunt. I'm joking. No, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna profit though. It's sometimes you don't profit, like you might waste by like 10k or something, but it's usually profit, I'd say. We'll see. We shall see. So now I'm going to talk about that book I found. It is called Second Coming of Gluttony. And it's about the son of Galu, which is like a god in this. Oh, it's so weird, but it's basically about this guy who like he had this ability where he saw everything, like as a child he saw everything in green. And basically there were certain things that he didn't see in green, and those things were normally like dangerous things. And basically as he got older, he started using this ability to gamble. So he overstressed the ability and lost it. And I'm about to spoil this book a bit, because it actually does go into detail later on why he lost the ability. So basically, like Earth, like people on Earth have access, or naturally have access to mana, but they don't actually they have very, very weak access to mana, and most of them don't have any innate abilities to use it. But he was born with like an innate ability, something like, I think it was called 9 eyes, and basically only one of the colors of like 7 were activated, and that was green. And what does that mean? Like, I can't remember what exactly green meant. I know each one means something. Like orange is like immediate danger, or black is like escape now. There's all these different, they all mean different things. But basically he used green because he knew that if something wasn't green, then it was a 50% probability that it was like a loss. So he would use that to increase his odds dramatically when he was gambling. But he overstressed his mana circuits, and he lost that. But he didn't know that, obviously, and he lost the ability. But he had got so addicted to the feeling of winning that he kept playing. Also, I know my efficiency is going down, definitely, from hunting this way. Oh yeah, also, you want to leave like 200 capacity as well before you even start the hunt, because you might loot a mercenary sword or something very early on and then not even be able to carry it because you already used all of that on everything. You already used up all your capitals and pies, so you want to... Oh, I forgot to get those. That's what it is. I like to put a rune there just in case, but I don't need it since I have the summon here. Also, you don't even need a lot of time anyway at this level, but... That's not cool. Okay, so we have all of them on him, so that's good. Oh, we did have all of them on him. So he loses the ability, and basically this is other world they go to called Paradise, and he, in his... Oh, wait, I just skipped a whole bunch of shit. I just skipped so much stuff. So basically the story starts off where we're already at the end of the story, essentially. We're at the end of the story. That's how... I love stories like this. We're already at the very end of the story, right? The story starts off, and basically... I just go dead silent after that. So the story starts off, and we're already at the end. He's like all charred up, like been burnt. He's like fought. It's implied that he's fought a whole bunch of. He's like fought in this terrible war. He's done a whole bunch of crazy things. He's had some amazing achievements. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but he has enough achievements to be granted a wish. That's like one of the things they get to do. So he's had enough achievements to be granted a wish, and he's sitting there on his deathbed. There's like a princess nearby. She's about to die too because the kingdom, like everything's lost essentially. And basically there's some spirit, and it's telling him, I guess it's just like part of the contract, because he did sign a contract to be a slave. I'm assuming this is like one of the benefits, is like if you go out into war and risk your life, the achievements you can get give you the chance to wish for anything. So he wishes to be sent back in time, right? And the guy's like, you would need 12 times the achievement just to send one thing back or something like that. And he's like, oh no. But so he doesn't, so the guy asks him if he wants to be revived. So he can come back to life after he dies. He rejects that and he dies, but he does wish to send his emotions, like whatever he's feeling right now, so like all the pain, all the regret, all the suffering, everything he felt in that very moment, that's what he wanted to send back. And the guy said he couldn't even do that. So when he dies, the princess saw how hard he fought and had wished the other earthlings had fought that hard as well. So she like uses some royal favor or some token or something very, very valuable, because it's not going to matter to her later anyway. She's going to be dead soon too. She uses it to add to his achievements to allow him to get this thing sent back. So then all of his memories and stuff get sent back, and it gets sent back to a very moment that is critical in his life. So basically it's right after he I don't remember his girlfriend's name. It's like Yon. I do not remember it, but basically, he had been borrowing money from her for quite a bit, and I think it was like 58 million won or something he did, which is, I don't know how she even earned that amount, because she works in like she's like a maid or something at no, not a maid, she's like a, she's like a maid or something at, what was it? It's like at a coffee shop or it's something like that. She's like at she like works at a coffee shop or something. So I have no idea how she just had casually 15 million. Like it was in periods over time, but I don't know how she had that much money. But I think it's implied later on that she might be like a otherworlder or whatever they are, like a Earthling too, that goes to like paradise and comes back and like lives a double life kind of, because that's what they're setting up to be. It looks like I'm not like chapter 40 something or 50 something. I'm not too far into the story yet, like only like 10 hours in or less probably. So. Basically, oh wait, what am I doing? I'm not supposed to be using Flom here. So basically, why am I running down here? Oh man. I just used Pharaoh's amulet is something I got, and every time I use it I hope I get 1,000 mana instead of 1,000 HP, but I think I just got HP there. We can check. Oh wait, no, I didn't use it. What the heck? What? Oh, okay. That's wrong. That's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be, my configs were reset, but I had backups of everything, but it didn't restore everything correctly, so I had to add some things to manually, and I guess I made a mistake there. So we can still try. Oh, nice. Okay, we basically just took a 50-50 there on whether we got 1,000 HP or 1,000 mana, and we got the 1,000 mana, so that's pretty good. So now we don't have to use potions for a little while. Peace. So he guilt trips his girlfriend, like he goes to her house, because he's been leeching off her for like years now. He goes to her house and he's like, when you wanted to go abroad and travel, I helped you do this, and I stopped going to college, and I delayed my schooling and all this to go out of your way for 2 million won and gave it to you. So she's like, okay. Because it's like a big emotional thing, and she gives him, now keep in mind, I'm telling you all this from memory, so I may be wrong in certain areas, or I may have a fuzzy memory in certain areas. So she gives him the 2 million won, and she tells him like, this is it. If you want to talk to me more, she's like, it symbolizes like the last time in the relationship essentially. and he leaves all happy and smug and stuff, and then he goes to sleep. And as he's sleeping, he has a dream. Because at that very moment, all the memories from his future self, like, because basically when war, are sent, well, not the memories, but the emotions, the raw emotions are sent back, and he experiences like a huge, deep regret. And the memories are not the memories, but the emotions are so powerful that it sculpts a dream. Well, this is what I'm getting from it. I'm like rewriting the story slightly here. This is how I'm seeing it. Well, I'm not rewriting the story, but this is how I saw it at least. It sculpts a dream because it doesn't make sense if you just send emotions back for him to have like. But he has like specific in the book later. He has like specific memories. Like he knows what to do. It's pretty awesome. So the memories get sent back. Well, not the memories, but the emotions gets back. It sculpts a dream almost exactly like memories. So he has like it's kind of like he remembers some things about the future essentially. And basically, the biggest thing that changed its fate was he remembered not to get a contract. That's huge because the contracts are, it's almost like being a slave. Like you're forced to work like a specific amount. It's like work almost, but contracts, the difference between being contracted and being invited when you go to like the paradise is completely huge. It's like if you're a contractor, it's almost like you're a slave and you're forced to be there. You have no free will. If you're invited, it's like you have utmost free will, and then later you get to decide between like different contracts to take after you're already invited, after you've gotten out of the neutral zone. So he remembers not to get a contract. So then later, but also the emotions were such a burden on him, and he realized he was such a piece of shit from leeching on his on his girlfriend that he was like, okay, screw it, I'm gonna kill myself. So he goes to like a bridge and he's about to jump off, and right as he's about to do it, you don't know this at this part of the story, you don't know, but it's explained later that his body had found a alternate mana pathways to use his ability, so his ability restores. But it's not just like some bullshit like ex machina. It's none of that. His ability comes back. It has a logical reason. I think it's just like his body was basically put into a life or death situation and it reawakened. His ability started using different circuit pathways. There's multiple circuit pathways in the body, and his other circuit pathway is still completely broken, and that's something he'll have to fix later. But he doesn't know about that at all. So it's reawoken. And then he sees a girl, and this girl is Kim Hana, I believe, and she's like, she tosses 50 million on the ground, and she says, all of this is yours if we just play a game. Because she's been doing like heavy research in this guy's like backstory. She knows that he loves gambling. She knows that that he's been basically down on his luck and out of things. So she thinks he's an easy target. Like he's gonna jump at 50 million won for just a game, and he says, no, I refuse. And then she's like, oh, okay, well, I'll give it to you for free if you just do me one favor. And then he's about to accept, and he's like, wait a second. Then, like, all of a sudden, all the emotions and everything he felt back in his, like, past life is just going, like, insane. And he just feels like a huge, like, deep, like, oh, I'm going to make a horrible mistake by even nod my head here. So he's like, no, I refuse. And he, like, shakes his head. He's like, no, I refuse. And then the person's thinking, oh, this is one of those people. So then she goes on about how there's certain people in life where even if they're offered an opportunity, like $1 million or something, they'll think that if they like bluff it, they'll think they'll be able to get more. So she thinks that's what he's doing here, but he's not, obviously. So she's like, all right, well, I gotta call my other clients. And this picks it up, and he's like, actually, wait a second, I don't want a contract. And then she like freezes up when he says contract. She's like, how the hell does he know about contract? He's like, and she's like, how do you know about contract? And he's like, I can't tell you. And it's pretty awesome. But he's like, I want an invitation. He doesn't have any idea what an invitation really is, but he has like a vague sense that it's way better than a contract. So then she's like, I can't give out invitations. I have to call people and do all this. But it turns out that Gula, which is another god, had given her invitation, had said these specific words. He had said, you will be forced in a situation to use it. But she's not going to use it on him, obviously. But then he's like, being like threatens her, and he's like, how would the higher, because basically you're not allowed to talk about paradise in the main world at all, like unless you're talking with somebody that already knows about it. So he makes a bluff, and she's like, damn it, I can't believe this. And she has to basically she has to use a golden stamp on him, and this golden stamp makes him invited. But there are different levels of invitations. Essentially, there's copper, silver, and gold. Gold is like a once, not a once in a lifetime, but it's like a once in like 50, 100 years or something type of thing. Like it's not something that happens at all. There's only you can count the number of golds alive at the moment. You can count them on two hands. if that. It's golds are very, very rare, and it's a very, very rare thing. So he gets it, but he has no idea that he just got like a huge. Oh my summon's gone. It's been 14. It's been 15 minutes. Oh no. So he has no idea. What? Let's see. What did she loot? Oh, knight armor. Well, there's. Wait a second. What? Well, we didn't. We can't get that then. We can throw it on the ground, I guess. Yeah, we'll throw it on the ground and get it later. Can't get it. If we had a Titan Axe, I would throw it because that's 5k and a Titan Axe is only 4k. But that's on the ground for us to get later, or somebody else to get later. We're going through things quite quickly. Well, no, not really. Where was I at in the story? Oh yeah, we were at the part where I was talking about the deal. So he gets the golden stamp, then he gets a slit. He gets an invitation, like an actual physical invitation letter, and basically it tells him when to use a thing and basically rip it up, and it opens up a portal and all that. And he goes to the other world, and it's like they're at a school, and it tells him to go to the thing, and basically there they see a guide, and the guy's like, "Hi, I'm this guy. I'm the guide, and I'm gonna help you guys." And where was I at? So he ignores, like, disrespects the contracted, because they're essentially slaves, but they don't know yet. And he he's surprised that there's a golden invitation here. There's like a maid that's the general, like, generically. Nah, it's like he didn't know to give the invitation, so she like gets mad at him because of that. But it's not really oh, I'm running out of mana, guys. Do you think I can make it here? I'm almost out of mana. What will I ever do? If only I had brought mana potions with me. This could have all been avoided, but I didn't. So I'm completely screwed now. I'm completely screwed. I'm not using these as much because I'm talking. So I'm like right now, what I'm doing on screen right now is kind of automatic. Like, I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just kind of just talking and doing this automatically. It's almost like I've just done so much of this spot that you don't really need much thinking to SD serpents and dodge their beams and stuff. Like, I don't think. I do take, I've noticed in duos and stuff though that I take like so much damage compared to everyone else. But I haven't done team hunts really. I don't think I've probably done one team hunt maybe, and it was at like very low level. I don't really do team hunts often. I do duos pretty regularly though. Not too often, but not like super rare. But like it's pretty rare for you to ever see me do. It's pretty rare for you to ever see me do like more than 3 people in a party. I did for Pits of Inferno, for the Pits of Inferno quest. I did do that. Also, you got the Ruthless achievement as well, so I have some of the Ruthless 7's evil at 10 or evil spirit binded with me. So that's pretty great because now not only do I have to worry about, well, maybe I want to keep that there. Maybe it's good for me, but not only do I have to worry about that, but I also have to worry about getting my soul back from Queen of Banshees later, so that's going to be pretty fun as well. But let's get back to the story. So he's invited. He's golden rank invited. There's like now keep in mind it's been a while. It's been a little while since I've read this part. I'm gonna try. I'm probably wrong here, but I think there were 6 invited. I think there were 3 coppers, 2 silvers, and him a golden. There might have been 7. I'm pretty sure I'm probably wrong there. I don't think it matters too much though, because most people are gonna die. And basically, they give everybody, they give not the contract, but they give all the invited bags based on their rank. And these are all the benefits they get from these bags will be taken away later after they leave the neutral zone. But that's not for like almost 4 months. It's basically 3 months from now. But it's like 4 months from now. Like at this point in the story, it's like 4 months from now. So it's going to be, so that would be 14k instead of 11k right now. I'm actually going to drink a few potions just because. So now that's not good. This actually should be higher by now, but that's because I'm moving inefficiently, I suppose. And I'm not using my I'm like stopping and my focus is split, so I'm not getting max XP. It should be close to 900k by now, but it's not. So that's a series of unfortunate events for me. But it doesn't matter too much because you end up getting the same XP regardless if you just use your supplies. Like I have not gone through enough of my supplies yet, so I'm not paying too much attention right now to the game at all. But I must be doing something horribly wrong right now. I'm kind of just like trying to visualize the story right now. So everybody gets their bag and stuff, and his bag's like almost like a bag holding. You can hold a whole bunch of stuff. He doesn't know that yet, and he opens it up, and there's Mark of the Survivor, which is like a special bonus that times 10s all survival points gained in the thing. He also gets 5,000 survival points, and what else did he get? Oh, he got like a talisman that can give you the best thing in the situation, which is going to be crazy. I think he got 2 of those and he used 1. I'm not sure about this. I think he got 2 and he used 1. He uses 1 later. I know he for sure uses 1 later to do something very... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That guy's trying to kill me. See, I can get headshot if I can get headshot if 2 serpents are like lined up right here and they both shoot their beam at me. I could definitely die that way, but it's very it hasn't happened to me yet, but I can definitely see how that could kill me. So when he got lined up right there, I was like, oh man. So basically he gets the thing. I can't tell you what the other thing is, but it wakes him. So it's basically they have status screens and all that. The guy tells him to open a status screen, and everything shows like very below average for him. He has a below average physique. He's very weak. He has a very low amount of stamina and all this. But that's basically because he's spent all his time gambling. He hasn't done any exercising. He hasn't kept up his health at all. So everything's horrible. But for his like aptitude and things like that, it's all average. He's average across the board and everything essentially. But he notices that he has 2 innate abilities, and somebody else had asked the guide about it, and the guide says that humans should have no innate abilities. Like, it's very... You'll rarely ever find a human with an innate ability. So innate ability is like a magical ability. He actually he had 2 magic abilities. One he gained from his wish in his past life, which is basically the ability to see parts of the future. That's what his ability is. It like fused with his... I guess it fused with something. It gave him that ability. But he also has 9 eyes, which was something he always had. He had that even in his past life as well. That's the thing that caused him to see the green colors. But one of the items in the bonus bag, I can't remember if he had 2 talismans or if it was some other item, but it did something similar to what the talisman does later. And it gave him the best thing for the situation, which it predicted to be... that's not good. It predicted to be... I'm going to put this here while I talk. It predicted the best thing to do would be to upgrade his 9 eyes ability. So I don't know if it was called something else or maybe it was like question all marked out. So I think it took the question mark name ability. So I don't think it actually even knew what the ability was called, and it upgraded to 9 eyes. And then it gave him another color, which was like I don't remember what it gave him another of the 7 colors. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's not too important. So then he figured out what his ability was all about and all that, because it actually gave a description of what it does and what the colors mean and all that. And he's like, oh my god. And then the guy's like, well, good job everybody. The contracting are like, and then there's like one guy in the contract, and he's like, hey, don't we get anything? He's like, no, you got your payment back on Earth. So like basically they got fooled. It's like giving away your soul almost. They got fooled when they signed the contract. They thought they were like, oh, I'm rich now in real life, so and all that. So he's like, huh, you got your money in real life, didn't you? You can enjoy that. That's your payment. Also, I think, so he didn't receive anything in real life. I think she said she gave him the 50 million later, and she does give him a whole bunch of money later, but he got the golden stamp and the money and stuff, so he won out big time there, but she put her life on the line by giving him that golden stamp, because that was a huge thing, but it's not really part of the company, so that's why he gets an option later for 2 contracts. Well, we're getting off a topic here, so... Also, I've not been sleeping much at all, so my memory and stuff is so much worse than it usually is right now. Not to say I have good memory, though. My memory is pretty Now that's really, really bad right there. This is like the XP I was getting before 200. After the summon and stuff, I was getting way more. But not too much more, but like 900 to 1kk is what I expect. But as you can see, talking and stuff has lowered my efficiency so much. What's this quest? What quest? Alright. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this video, but I just thought it could be interesting. Oh, no. No. We're wasting, guys. It's just always nice to see the green, man. To see like green on the animal. I don't know if it's just me, but it's not good when you start going under. Oh wait, no, we're not, because we still have the 4K that we didn't factor in because we threw them on the ground. You know, that's not bad. So we're not wasting technically, but we are wasting really. Oh wait, what was that? What was that? Oh, look at that. We're not wasting now. Although I did stop, and I'm probably going to be talking now, so that's going to lower it quite a bit. But it doesn't matter, because a hunt's a hunt, and we'll end up getting the same thing anyway, because basically Tibia is like a game of math, right? It's like we're gonna, regardless of whether we hunt for like 120 minutes or 130 minutes or whatever, if we use the same supplies with the same stuff, even if we did it in a shorter amount of time because we were more focused and we like totally blocked off all communication with everybody, went full focus, try hard, got 1 KK an hour or whatever, it just means we get there sooner. It doesn't mean really anything. Like if you had the extra 30 minutes to spare, you're gonna, if we use 1,700 STs, we're not gonna do more damage from using it quicker an hour. Yeah, we'll do more damage an hour. Like right now, our damage should be over like 800. Well, no, it's not, because the way they calculate damage doesn't go up. But by the end of this, I would expect my damage to be 850 to 950k an hour. I'm curious as to what it will be now that I'm talking and stuff. What's this quest? What quest? Farewell nerds. I don't understand. Oh, that's nice. Look at the green, man. So now we have now we have 600 mana here. Now there's only 2 things to do in this situation. So where was I at in the story? I don't want to spoil too much of the story because then it might not be fun to read, but I would recommend Second Coming of Gluttony. 10 out of 10. But man, there was a really cool part at the scene. So basically, okay, I'll continue on the story. I said I didn't want to spoil too much of it, but I'm not getting too far. This is only the first few chapters. Come on. All right. So basically, the contract started to get mad, and people were like, "Oh, we're gonna leave because you didn't give us the bonus items because they saw what everybody else got and stuff." And people just think he only got something changed to his status because the bonus items are only temporary. It's gonna, because it's not something they earn with their own ability, so it's gonna, after they leave the neutral zone, it's gonna be taken away completely. He almost makes a mistake later. I should really stop spoiling the things, but let's see. I have noticed that without having like Yalahari Mask here with like intricate something, and I haven't gotten a chance. I've heard by so many people that tier 3s are so much better than tier 2s, and I know, but I kind of want to make like my first tier 3 I use. I was thinking at like 120 and 130, I was tempted to ask somebody to do tier 3s for me, but I'm thinking now I would rather make my first time that I use tier 3s. I want it to be by my own hands, so I kind of want to do like not Father's Burden, but what was that? I want to do the either Heart of Destruction, which is something you do like level 300 beyond, so it's going to be a long, you have the gap between a level 202 and a level 300 is about like 4. I would need like 4 times what I've done now, like the amount of time and stuff. I would need 4 times that to get to 300. Right now, I need 2 times just to get to 250, essentially. So I would need like 250k or 260k or something to get to 250. So oh man, I don't even have my food on. You may ask why I'm using soft boots here, but it's because I want to use them, and also I want my mana. I don't feel like using potions. Although I am kind of using a few right now. Oh wait, I actually have summon ability. I can use summon. Let's see, we're at 7k profit right now because of the night thing, so yeah, it might be worth. Let's see, boom, boom. bum, 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 bum. Alright. That took away a lot of profit, but I kind of want to summon out while I'm talking and stuff. I can't use Wand of Darkness right now because I don't have... If I had Yalahari Mask with Intricate, I could use it, but I don't have it, so I wouldn't have enough mana to last the entire hunt. I have to conserve my mana, otherwise I'll just burn through my resources too quickly. Hey, B-Cell for 9k for Abershad, so Abershad. So that's pretty great. I've probably looted like almost 400 of these by now. I have sold most of them though, because I need money to hunt, man. And I'm very, very broke IRL right now. We're on unpaid vacation at actually, am I even allowed to talk about that? I don't know if I'm allowed. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. But at my work, we're out for like a month, so it's not very good. Just trying to get a second job, but I don't think I'm going to even have enough time because I'm about to start up in a little while anyway. So by the time, I don't know, it's not too great of a situation to be in. But I'm very, very broke, so I do not want to buy TC or anything right now. And it's kind of fun to be hunting off of what you loot, I'd say. And it encourages me not to waste when I hunt at the same time. But I think most people just think this is pretty bad XP per hour. But even 1kk, a lot of people think that's pretty bad XP per hour. But I am not on stamina. But this is pretty bad performance, I'd say, overall. But then again, I am just talking, and that's pretty fun in itself. But I don't know what he's talking about. What's this quest? Somebody was asking, Ice Frigo was asking me earlier if I wanted to go hunt, and I was like, I need, okay, my requirements, I need 1kk an hour, 100% profit, or no waste. I don't want to, like, I don't want to waste right now. I can't hunt. I can barely hunt it. If I was wasting, oh, is it the Spider World event? He might be, maybe he's talking about the one with the spider boss. I did that a long time ago. Remember, I was randomly walking into Nor, and a friend had Nadia Skies had found some. They had found a special world event with a boss. It was like enclosed in this area. It was kind of like old. It was like probably a little bit weaker than Old Widow, but it was about as strong as Old Widow, I say. Without this, I don't think it had the summons though, so no summons, but or like it had regular terrain. I can't remember, but it drops pools of yarn and stuff too, and we did that boss a few times, so it was pretty cool. But that was a pretty, like, it was just a random world event we stumbled upon. That was pretty cool. It's also one time I was in the Necromancer Halls, and I was like deep below in the Vampire Crypts going to the grave thing, and I ran to like a lich, a raid boss essentially, like a lich that summoned liches, and those liches then summoned bone beasts, and I was so screwed. I was like level 90 something. I was like level 91 or 92 or something, and I was so screwed, man. Those guys destroyed me so easily. It was not funny at all. So basically the contract is say they're gonna leave, and the guy's like, oh no, you're free to go. So after all of them sit down, there's only one guy that's brave enough to actually just like storm out. So he storms out, and then you just hear these horrible, block them for me. Yeah, nice. All right. See, right now, in this situation right here that my player's in, I would normally, like, be annoyed that 3 are attacking me at once, because this guy's normally not even here. Like, I normally like to actually kill. I think the amount of players online, I've heard from other players that it affects the spawn rates, because I know sometimes, depending on a certain time of day, I'll have to go out and kill more to get the same XP, or sometimes it'll even be worse. But right now, at this time specifically, I think it's fine. But well, maybe it's not. Maybe that's what. No, I think I'm just playing badly right now. But what am I doing? So he leaves, and they hear like horrible noises, and then basically a monster. I can't describe the. I would think of a worm or something, but it's like a a monster is like rushing through, and the guy's like, okay, you guys have to get to the halls, and good luck surviving and all that. And everybody's in a panic, and they like run outside, and everybody's panicking and stuff. And RMC, Seal, you know, it's kind of weird when you're reading things. Sometimes you don't. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes like you don't actually hear it. Seal, I can't see now. His name seems weird to me. Soel. See, his name seems so weird now, but it seems so normal while reading it. I don't know. Maybe that's just so. His RMC. I'm just gonna say RMC because oh man, that sounds so weird now that I'm saying it. It's not gonna sound weird when I read it though. It sounds so normal when I read it. I don't know. Maybe you guys have experienced that, but basically RMC is like about to, the monster, he like heads for the door, he's like at the door, the monster targets, like switches target to him, he's about to attack him, and he like hits a chair, and like the chair goes flipping, he like grabs like the leg off the chair, and is like his aura itself, like he has no abilities right now, he's like weak as hell, he's so weak, it's like the adrenaline's pumping and stuff, and it's like all of his combat experience and stuff like that, everything he went through is like manifests himself somehow in his stance, I guess, and the creature gets so scared that it runs away, and that shit was hilarious because he literally did not have any ability at all to fight him like later. It's like, so basically, oh, I think I remember the ability. His ability that was woken from his a wish from his achievements in the past is called Future Vision, and it has like a unique trait within itself that lets it lets him attack, like it lets him get some of his like his skill and stuff, like all his skill and stuff he had in the past, he has it, but it's not permanent. He doesn't. So right now you would think like, oh yeah, he has all his past, but no, none of his procedural memory and stuff he had in the past is there still. But he has certain bursts where it's like he's as skilled as he used to be back then, but his body's not able to keep up almost. And so maybe that could have activated and he saved him, but it's like at that moment, it's like he knew himself, like he said it in his mind, he knew himself that he had fought far worse things than this creature, and compared to what he had already conquered, it was such a small thing. So this causes him later to have conflicted feelings of whether or not that's actually him, or whether he's like the weak, pathetic person he is, or whether he's like the strong god that he was in his past life almost. He can't tell. So that was pretty awesome. Now I think I'm free to not spoil anymore, but back then, I had to spoil that part because that part was pretty awesome. You know, I would say Coming of Gluttony. It's a new book on Wixia World. I have the VIP subscription, so I believe it's free. Normally, once a book's finished, you can like read the first 100 chapters for free, or the first like 10% or what. I think it's 10% for free, and then you have to start paying for it, but it's like 20 cents a chapter or something. So that's worth it. But I think it's an ongoing novel, and ongoing novels are normally free completely. So even if you didn't buy the VIPs, there's okay, I'll leave you guys to this. Do not let me die. I swear, my Tibia crashes and I die here. It crashed and then like resurrected before it completely closed out. It was very close. That would have sucked. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here before bad things happen. Full willpower. Alright. Really? Really? Alright, I'll see you guys later. That's the end of the hunt. Peace. I need to see what's going on here.